everybody, welcome back to the Robert Cheeke Show. I'm your host, Robert Cheeke, where your personal best happens every day. Today is a special show. Today is Wednesday, October 7th, 2009, and I am giving a shout out to my man, Gary Vaynerchuk, or as he would say, Vaynerchuk. I just learned about Gary V 3 months ago. I've been out on a motivational speaking tour for nearly 3 years. And what I've noticed is we're talking about some of the same stuff, almost word for word. But obviously, he wasn't copying me, I wasn't copying him. You know, I just found out about this guy recently. Just maybe 12 weeks ago, I found out about Gary Vaynerchuk. And I've been watching his keynotes, I've been following him on Twitter, I've been seeing what he's all about. And I found that me and Gary have some of the same things. This passion. We have this passion of what we're doing. He has a book coming out next week, and I have a book coming out weeks later. We both go on national speaking tours. We both get people fired up. We motivate people. We try to bring out the best in other people. So today is a shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk because he's coming here to Portland, Oregon in just about 11 days, 12 days. He's coming here to talk at Powell's, the largest bookstore in the world, about his book, Crush It. And of course, I'm going to be there. So, Gary V, thank you for the tweets you've sent me and for the communication so far. And remember when I told you I was going to camp out for Crush It? Well, guess what? I am going to camp out next week right when your book drops on October 13th. And if you don't mind, I'm going to do a couple Gary V's right here on the spot. You ready? We're building businesses. We're building businesses here for 17 months. For 17 months. You just heard of me yesterday. For 17 months, I was filming Wine Library TV. Twitter is a fax machine. Facebook is a phone. Tumblr is a crayon. The internet is only 14 years old. It hasn't even had sex yet. It's a baby. Just a few of the many quotes that I love from Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk, that I watch on his keynotes, that I watch on Wine Library TV. Gary V right here, New York Times spread in the house. So much fun, man. Again, I'm so glad my friend Kevin Gianni introduced me to you. I had never heard of you or what you were doing until I was out giving a talk. My friend Kevin was giving a talk. He's the one that was inspired by your show and is now 400 and something episodes into his show, and he inspired me, and this is episode number 54, I believe. And I've had a few bonus ones too. So I'm back here, episode 54 on, I gotta check the calendar as usual, Wednesday, October 7th, 2009. And thank you, Gary V, for inspiring Kevin, who inspired me. And it's so fun to see that we're talking about the same stuff. We're talking about passion. We're talking about embracing it with enthusiasm and going after it. We're talking about just working our tail off 16 hours a day, doing what we love to do. That's what it's all about. You know, I've been saying the same thing for years that you're saying, that I hear you say right now. That if you don't love what you do, you gotta change it. You gotta find what you love to do, find a way to monetize it, find a way to make a career out of that. And I think we both know exactly how to do that. And I got one more thing for you. In addition to building businesses, I am going to be camping out for Crush It. Can you see that? Let me stand up a little bit. Maybe you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. Gary V, Powell's Books, Portland, Oregon. I'm going to be here in Portland watching you, and I'm going to be the next day in Seattle for your next talk, the very next day, because I love what you stand for. I love what you're doing. I love the way that you crush it and you cash in on your passion, because that's what it's all about. Doing what you love to do 100% of the time, not 99% of the time. So this has been a shout out on the Robert Cheeke Show to Gary Vaynerchuk. And this has been, as usual, the Robert Cheeke Show, where your personal best happens every day. Gary V, I'll see you in just a little over a week. And I got friends who are pumped to see you crush it as well. And check back later for videos of me camping outside Barnes & Noble for your book that drops next week, and I'm super pumped. Have an outstanding day, and whatever it is that moves you, whatever it is that drives you, get out there and hammer it and nail it until you get it. And may as well crush it while you're at it. See ya.